Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. And in this one I wanted to talk about today's update because yesterday Treyarch had the stream up to where they basically explained everything that was going to happen with Barebones and stuff like that, and we got full-on details. There's a few things that as I get shot over there before I'm ready to play they gave full-on details on exactly what the Barebones game mode is going to be, and I've kind of got mixed feelings about that, and I think the community has mixed feelings about that too. But before I get straight into the meat potatoes of today's commentary, I wanted to give a special little thank you to Difo, also known as Dying Food. He basically gave me a shout out yesterday on his channel, as well as fulfilling my request for him using the Gun of the Week weapon for Infinite Warfare, which was a Karma 45, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 45. I know it's Karma, but I think the number after that is 45, and yeah, man, just use some of those weapon variants, I'm telling you, and with a suppressor, and you've got gold. So have at it, man. It's a lot of fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the shout out, and I recommend you guys go and give his channel a look-see, and if not, definitely a subscription. He's definitely a very, very good content creator, and on top of that, he's one of those guys that's one of the smaller content creators that is basically suffering from the whole YouTube bullshit in terms of, I don't know, the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. I think we all are, especially us smaller channels, but I think we get it a little bit worse, and even to a certain extent, even the bigger guys are suffering from this kind of bullshit. So this is where we need to kind of work together and just kind of collab and be like, you know what, let's help each other out so that way we can counter all this bullshit. So I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. So do me and yourself a favor and go and check this guy out. He's definitely worth your time, especially when he posts his Gun of the Week. His content is actually getting better. I'm looking at the way he's editing his videos and stuff like that, and the way he reacts. He's really a high quality content type of guy, so go and check him out. You won't regret it. But anyway, let's go back to discussing the meat and potatoes of this commentary, and that is the Barebones playlist and a couple of the other things. Now, I've got overall mixed opinions about this. Like, obviously, you know, this baby here, this gun right here is my baby in this game. They've done a lot of nerfing and adjusting to the Maddox that I don't even touch that gun anymore, even though power-wise and it's still even stronger than this gun. But overall, this gun just is my meat and potatoes when it comes to this game, because they haven't messed with its strafe speed, and as a matter of fact, they keep on trying to buff it. And as a matter of fact, they just announced that it's going to be buffed once again. Specifically, the distance, the max shot damage range, I believe, is going to be buffed. So hey, I'm all about that. I personally think that the KN in this game is like the perfectly balanced assault rifle. So with the Maddox, they just keep on playing with it, and it really pisses me off that they mess with the strafe speed, which is why I'm not using it, because it just throws me off that much more. It's slower than this gun here in terms of strafe speed, which makes absolutely no sense to me, because it's a fast-firing assault rifle, and it's meant to be fast. That includes movement. So yeah, they just nerfed it, I guess. So that's why I'm not using it. Sucks. It's a heartbreaker, but at the same time, hey, we got this baby here. But another thing that I like, though, that I will say that I do like, is the fact that they're going to buff SMGs a little bit more. I like the Cordite specifically, and obviously the SOG is pretty good as well. Spitfire I haven't really touched all that much, which I know some of you are probably going to be saying, dude, that's kind of a sin, because pretty much everybody that is able to drop me consistently, that's all they're using, is pretty much the either the SOG or the Spitfire. More likely the Spitfire than even the SOG. So, and that's what all the sweaty tryhards are using. So whenever I do beat sweaty tryhards that are level, let's say 100 or more, and I've seen some really high levels, like I saw a level 700 something the other day, and whenever I beat them in a free-for-all or whatever it is, and sometimes these motherfuckers also team up, which is pretty annoying, because that's all they do really, is just they team up and then they talk shit to you for being alone and losing in the in the game, because their entire team of tryhards beat you and they surrounded you, and you're carrying nothing but bad players, and it's like, really, dude? How pathetic is that? But anyway, yeah, I don't know, I might give those a shot. But the thing is, the SMGs overall are getting a buff. Like, I like a lot of the SMGs in this game, I just don't use them because I know that they're weak. And but the thing, especially at a certain distance, which is correct for SMGs because they're not supposed to be as distant as assault rifles. But in Black Ops 3, what they did was, like, for instance, let's take the Kuda, for instance, right? Now, the Kuda can be used just like an assault rifle. It just takes a few more bullets to kill. So with an assault rifle taking less bullets to kill, because assault rifles are more dominant at a distance than SMGs are. So I think if they take a step towards that direction, I will definitely be using a lot more SMGs. That's I can assure you of that. But right now with the KN, I'm pretty much satisfied with this gun. I even used a little bit of the Rampart, which is one I stay away from in this game because of the lack of the stock attachment, and I'm a very aggressive player. But at the same time, every now and then I do use it, I do succeed with it, and it's like, yeah, I can certainly understand why stock is not a thing, because the gun would be just way too damn dominant. But I wish they would add it, man. I'm telling you, because I just love that gun. The only reason why I don't use it is because of the lack of stock. But anyway, I prefer to use stock. What can I say? I'm very aggressive. But anyway, going back to the subject here. Now, Barebones, they seem to be well set in their ways to keep health at 150 and to have the the manual health regeneration thing going on. Now, I personally don't mind the 150 health or the manual regeneration, but I do know that a lot of the community does. And I'm just going to call it out right here and there. I predict right now that in Modern Warfare 4, thanks to the example that Black Ops 4 has set, as well as the feedback from the community, because there are those of us that don't mind the health being at 150, and there are those of us that do. I am calling it right now. I think that Modern Warfare 4 might have their health at 125 as opposed to the standard 100. And they've got really good hit detection, so don't be surprised if it just feels like regular 100. And sometimes when this game here, like when the game plays as well as it's supposed to play, and when the connection is supposed to be at least close to where it's supposed to be, because this is a Treyarch game after all, right? It really does feel like there's very little to no difference in terms of the health from a regular Call of Duty game compared to this one, depending on whichever Call of Duty you pick. Because, for instance, Black Ops 1's time to kill, that's 100 health, is a little bit longer than, let's say, Black Ops 2's or even Black Ops 3's, and that's because of the hit connection and hit detection. So that connection and hit detection makes all the difference. So 150 health may not be the problem. It's just the health. It's just the connection and the hit detection. And like I said, this is a Treyarch game, and with Treyarch games, the hit detection is either going to be a hit or miss. I think Black Ops 3 is probably the overall best example of the hit detection that Treyarch has yet offered us. This game, when it plays right, would come in close second, but this game is not as consistent as it needs to be. It's more consistent on PS4 than Xbox, I can tell you that much, by far. Well, I'm not going to say by far, but it's noticeably different and on a consistent basis, I'm telling you. But with all that being said, yeah, with the Barebones playlist, I guess obviously there's not going to be any specialists, but you're going to have your equipment, which respawns once. And we're not talking about the specialist equipment. We're talking things like grenades or Molotovs and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it just goes back to the regular... it's a step towards the classic Call of Duty, which is great. And at the same time, if you don't want that, you can always sacrifice that for something else in your pick 10, which is great. And yeah, lately I've been using my headset here on the PS4. And I can tell you, man, sound whoring really is a thing in this game. Because on Xbox, and especially when you guys see me on stream, I really don't use my headset. I don't put it on. I have it around my neck, but I don't put it on. Part of the reason of that is because it's broken at the top, so I would look really, really funny if I were to do that. But at the same time, this game doesn't need it as much. But I could tell you, though, it does make a difference when you do put that headset on. But with me personally, I've always been able to avoid getting sound hoard because I'm using dead silence, even though dead silence in this game is not completely silent. But yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, back on the subject. So again, like I said, Modern Warfare 4, I wouldn't be surprised if the health was 120 or 125. But at the same time, if the health, let's say in Modern Warfare 4 was 150, I'm telling you right now, if that game is going to have 150 health, please do not despair just yet, because Infinity Ward games have better hit detection than Treyarch games. That's just the fact. As a matter of fact, Ghosts had such good hit detection that it felt like we were playing hardcore, even though the health itself was 100. So, I'm telling you. So if they have 150 health, it doesn't mean that it's going to feel as long. The gunfights are going to feel as long as they do in this game, because again, a Treyarch game feels very different from an Infinity Ward game and Sledgehammer and all that kind of good stuff. So it's actually kind of part of the reason why I look forward to the different flavors of Call of Duty that we get. I think the more different that the games feel, the better. I don't think they should feel so different to where they don't feel like Call of Duty anymore. So don't get me wrong on that. But yeah, and as far as everything else is concerned, like they're gonna fix. They said they're gonna make some improvements to the hit detection. I'm all about that. So overall, the buff on the SMGs is really good. I think it'll help bring us into balance a little bit more in terms of the weapon selection. We could use all of it as much as we get because we don't have a lot of weapons in this game to begin with. especially when you compare it to previous Call of Duties, and especially if you add in the DLC. But we'll see what the future holds. They're not giving us too many DLC weapons. Partially, I have to say thank goodness for that, but at the same time, it's like, come on, guys, you could do better. You've done better. I mean, you got Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer that are absolutely kicking Treyarch's ass when it comes to that aspect, but we are already speculating enough in terms of what the hell is wrong with Treyarch and all that kind of stuff, so I get it. I understand it, so... And you see that right there? I mean, I'm not even using acoustic sensor, and I could hear somebody coming a mile away, especially if they're not using dead silence. So it just goes to show you, man, that headset, I'm telling you. I know it doesn't have to be the most expensive headset. I've got for the PS4 here, I've got a very, I got a lower end headset, which I got for a discounted price as well, because I had a few gift cards that a few of my friends were lucky enough to give to me, where I was fortunate enough for them to give it to me, and yeah. Plus the store said they honor the online site, so ha! So I got it for damn near half price. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this one. I just wanted to give you a couple of 2 cents in terms of the in terms of today's update. And the thing is, in terms of the comment section, in terms of what you guys are telling me as well, is that a lot of you guys believe that the manual health regeneration as well as the health itself being 150 are two of the worst things in this game. I'm seeing things in other people's comment section as well. But just remember, guys, remember what I said in this video, that do not despair if Modern Warfare 4 announces something over 100 health, because, again, their hit detection is a lot more crisp, so therefore gunfights will feel a lot faster. So, and I kind of prefer it because it allows me to finesse a little bit more, but I could see the reason as to why you guys don't like it. And at the same time, to a certain degree, I actually agree, because everything has its positives and its negatives. So it's like when you get in a 2-on-1, if the health is 100, you can obviously take those guys out before they realize anything happened, or even a 3-on-1 or more. But the thing is that with 150 health, that's a lot rare nowadays. It's a lot harder. So I get it. I totally get it. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think about the whole Barebones thing? Are you guys pleased with that? Or are you not pleased? The SMG buffs, what do you think? I'm not talking about zombies because I don't play zombies and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to give 2 cents on a couple of things that basically got my attention and what I specifically wanted to talk about. But as always, let me know down in the comment section what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.